Should have centered. Yeah, I mean, obviously they had a great drive. We had a bad drive defensively, and we got to stop. And it was fourth down, going for the field goal, and I don't usually go to the block side, but something in me just told Jakes, hey, let me get this one. So literally we just swapped sides for one play, and I just shot the gap, skinnied up, got my hands up, got a block.
Who'd you swap with?
Jenks, Rashawn.
Julian, why were the tight ends giving you guys trouble in the first half?
Just kind of how we were playing them. We were playing them a little loose, not as aggressive on them inside, but we should have known that, Seven was getting his quick game rhythm going, and so it was a lot of quick throws inside. So tight end had a lot of receptions. That tight end screen accounted for a lot of the yards, and then that kind of loose kind of slip, I don't know who caught it, but the tight end kind of going in the other way. And so 2 big plays by the tight ends. Yeah, we got to clean that up, but we will.
There had to be more than a hunch that you switched sides there. Was something you prepared
I think in that moment, I just feel like I got to go get it. I felt good. I was looking at my guys. Obviously, it was a long drive. They were tired, but I felt energized in that moment, and just something just told me to switch. If anybody's going to do it, I feel like I should be doing it. And so, thankfully, Reek was coming off the edge all day. Mont Jones had great pressure inside. Our interior was getting after. We were close a few times, and so something just said, hey, I'm going to be able to come loose and just jump the thing. And so I did.
That was a pretty sharp inside route. Was that an unusually sharp route for you?
Just kind of 1-2, just kind of glide and skinny up across it however I can. And thankfully, I'm skinny enough, and so got my hand up and got it.
How many of those would you block, though?
First one. Very first one, yeah. First one ever.
How does that feel when the ball hits your hand?
You kind of black out. It will hurt, I'm sure. Jammed, I think, a couple fingers, but you just try to sell out. In that moment, you're defending points. You're making a field goal game to a touchdown game. And so, yeah, I just sell out, and then you'll feel it later. It doesn't matter.
So based on the design of the play, if you're going to block it, it's going to be blocked from that side?
No. Anyone can come free. If they're honoring Reek outside, usually Reek's pretty close because he flies off the edge. Interior can block it, and it's just a loaded block. And so thankfully our interior is getting pressure, so the tackle or the tight end blocked down, the wing blocked out, and I was able to squeeze through.
And you guys had the sack on the play right before that. Did that change anything about the field goal?
For sure. I mean, it was, I think, probably like what was the field goal? Probably like 48. Close to 50. Yeah, so 48. Yeah, and those kicks, I know Joey Sly pretty well. It's going to be a lower trajectory, and so you have a higher chance of a block when you push them out. So everything after, especially that drive, they hit a few big ones that drive. Just being resilient and just a few critical plays turned the tide for us.
New England was able to run the ball effectively
Yeah.
for the majority of the game, but you guys bowed up there at the end.
Yeah.
Something that you saw that you were able to adjust to, or was it just kind of knowing what they were going to be doing?
Honestly, defensively, we were just inconsistent. A few series, we were, quick 3 and out, stopping the run. Few, we were letting it split. And so, that's a good thing to be an ugly game for us and get out with a win because now we can improve on it. But I would credit their backs. 3, 8, and 4 were really running the ball, running it strong. You saw them all day. And so we got to bow up, get our tackling right, get our fits clean, and just improve.
You guys are trying to set a new standard on defense. How do you feel like you performed relative to your standard?
To our standard, it wasn't to our standard. We needed more energy. We needed more juice. These East Coast games, you got to have energy, especially we're playing at 10 o'clock on our time, our body clock. And so we got to come out, faster. It can't be as sluggish. And so I think that's something we have to understand, especially when the weather's a little warmer. But defensively, we're always trying to raise that standard. And so I know we're going to go into next week fired up.
Was there any notable difference in how you guys just handled all the travel with the East Coast trip than how you had been doing it?
Attention was put on just getting your sleep, kind of getting light, keeping your body on the West Coast clock, and just treat it like a 10 o'clock game. So wake up earlier, kind of do all that stuff. And so I think that's how we were doing it last year. And so nothing too different.
You said it wasn't up to your standard, but
Yeah.
you're 2-0. So
Yeah.
how great is it in this league to learn from that platform?
That's huge. I mean, it's an ugly win, like I said. We're trying to set the tone defensively. We're trying to create turnovers. We're trying to stop the run, limit explosives. And, some of those areas we didn't hit today. But in the moments that mattered most, especially in the overtime 3 and out, at the end, it led to that block. They hit a big run, and we bowed up and let our offense have a chance to win the game or tie the game, and they did. And so it's just those moments. We have those little kind of finishing details. We're locked into those, but now it's just consistency, making sure when guys are subbed in and out, they're playing at the high level that we need. And so,
in the time you've been around Geno Smith last
Yeah.
2 seasons, what is it about him you think that makes him so good?
I'd never been around a quarterback who had as big of a chip on his shoulder than Geno. I think that was evident when I first got out here. I got to Seattle last year. I'm like, man, this guy, he has some swagger to him. I've never been around that from a quarterback. He talks. He has energy. At halftime, he was just fired up, and the whole game on the sideline, he was bringing juice. And so people feed off that. Offense, they go with him, and defensively, we try to fuel him up as well. And so, yeah, he's special, and I'm grateful to have him.
Have you ever had a block kick at any level of football then?
No. Oh, maybe Little League. I don't know. When the little tyke was kicking it, I don't know. But yeah, first one.
In terms of travel stuff, do you guys still get first class for the veterans on the way back after a win?
Yeah. So the new standard now is players get first class. We have a game to play. It's better for the players that have space. And so, yeah, Mike did a great job of getting us an upgraded plane this year. And so there's a lot more space for the players that we had. Not just, there's multiple sections of guys that can really spread out and not be so cramped going into a game.
So that's first class both ways.
Yeah, first class both ways. It's a giant plane, so there's multiple sets of first class, and so guys I know are liking it more. We got Boeing in our backyard. We got.
Does the defense want to be on the field first in overtime?
Yeah, I would say so. We get a quick stop and just let our offense know that, hey, you're in winning mode now. Anything you do, field goal, touchdown wins the game. And so we were excited. We wanted to be on defense, and we know we were going to set the tone. And thankfully, quick 3 and out, we did.
Thank you, Jordan.
All right, appreciate y'all. See y'all later.